Now that we've almost have this 3D garage completed, there are a couple issues with this particular model. If you haven't already noticed, if you look carefully, and I'll zoom in here for you, click on zoom, zoom in region, you will see that there's a gap in here as well. I'll zoom back out to the previous view. If we use our view cube and we click and rotate this to underneath, you'll see that there's a gap between the floor and the wall. What's happening here is that these first walls that I used to create the concrete foundation walls with are not as thick as the brick walls. So what we want to do, I'm just going to put this back in an isometric view, is we want to modify the structure of an object. The first thing we want to determine is how thick are these brick walls. So what we do is simply move your mouse and highlight any one of the brick walls and left click to make it active. We make our way to the Properties button, the Element Properties button here, or right click and choose Element Properties. And we see that in this dialog box, we see the width value as 1 foot 7 inches and a half. So we want to make the foundation walls the same width. We will exit out of this dialog box by clicking on the Cancel button. And the best way to do this is probably in 3D. We want to rotate this around using the view click and dragging so we can see all 4 of the exterior walls. Hold the Control key down and pick each of the 4 walls. Now what we want to do here is we want to right click and choose Element Properties to access those walls' properties. The family type is generic 12 inch, but we know we need to add 7.5 inches more. We click on the Edit button, and we can then edit the structure, but that wouldn't be true to the type, so we want to create a new type. So if we click on the Duplicate button, we can then rename this to generic 1 foot 7.5 inches. This will allow us to keep a generic 12-inch wall type and actually create a new wall type to meet our needs. We click OK. Now it's set to the new wall type, and under Structure we click on the Edit button. The structure of this particular wall type only has 1 width or thickness, and it's currently set to 1 foot. So moving your mouse over the 1 foot value, we simply click and we enter 7 space 1/2 and we get rid of the 0 there. So it reads 1 foot 7.5 inches. We click OK, we click OK, and we click OK. But notice, when we increase the wall size, and I'll rotate this, move your mouse over, or actually just click on the home icon, hover over the view cube, click on the home icon, you'll notice, we'll zoom in a little bit here, zoom, all fit, zoom, and we'll just zoom in here. It actually creates a lip. That's because the walls aren't aligned. Let's now use the Align tool to ensure that those wall exterior faces are exactly aligned and they'll never move. Making your way to the project browser, select under Floor Plans the footings level. Use the Zoom tool to zoom in using the Region tool by left clicking and dragging a rectangle and releasing, and you notice that the walls on the outside are a little bit off. So up along the top we have the Align tool. By clicking the Align tool, we are going to first select the wall edges that we do not wish to move. For instance, we want to select this exterior wall face and then the outer wall face and watch what happens. Left click, it aligns. One thing you'll notice that it will display a lock icon. If we were to click on the lock icon, we have now set a rule making sure that those two faces will always be aligned. Let's continue that around. Remember, the wall that you want to stay put is the first wall that you pick. So we're going to select this brick wall inside line and then the outer line and lock it. Brick wall, then outside foundation wall, lock it. And we'll do the same here. Now you're probably going to have to click this wall edge here, so we'll click that wall edge there and then this outer foundation wall line and lock it. Let's take a look at what we've done in 3D by making our way to the 3D view button up along the top, left click, and you'll see that we've now fixed that face. The other little issue that I have with this model is that if we click on the right side of the view cube, these windows are a little low. So what we want to do is raise the window height. The way we do that is we select the modify under the basic tool, and once again holding the control key down, hover over the window so it's highlighted and click. Keeping the control key down, click the second window, and as you move your mouse away from those two windows, you'll notice that they are highlighted in red, indicating that they are selected. And we're going to right click and view its elements properties by selecting the element properties from the pop-up menu. The sill height is 3 feet, the head height is 4 and 11 inches, excuse me. We can change either one of those values. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the head height from 4'11" to 5'11". Press enter, click OK, and the windows have moved up a foot. Make your way back to the view cube, select the house icon to place the view in isometric view, and remember to save your work. File, save.